Okay, today I wanted to show you guys my modded PlayStation Vita. I've got a case that I found for it on Amazon, which I really like. Gives me all the triggers and the back triggers and stuff like that for the back touchpad. I thought it was pretty cool. Okay, I'm going to turn it on. Like I said, it is modded. It's got homebrew, and it's permanent homebrew running INSO. I thought this was really cool. I wanted to show you guys. See if anybody else might be interested in doing this on their system. Or maybe if they have reservations about it. I've had it modded like this for a couple of months. I play it occasionally. It was just collecting dust for such a long time that now it actually has purpose. So, and I've got a custom theme on here, which big fan of the Legend of Zelda series, so there's all kinds of themes to choose from once you get homebrew on it. So what I've done is I've made it to where it's going to be hard to do with one hand. Let's see here. I've made it to where I can get any Vita game that I want downloaded, and I'm running the SD to Vita, so I'm basically never going to run out of storage, and I can use a legit micro SD card. I'm running RetroArch and Adrenalin. So I will show you guys RetroArch first. And there we go. So this is really cool. I really like that I was able to put RetroArch on here because now I'm able to play Super Nintendo, PlayStation 1, Game Boy Advance. It's similar to my arcade cabinet, if you guys follow me. But I have all of my favorite games on here, which it just goes on and on and on and on with Game Boy Advance. I really like Game Boy Advance. I like the Pokemon series, so I have a lot of those childhood classics. This one actually only came out in Japan, but I have a patch version where it's in English, so I get to play Pokemon Green, and it's got all the original Pokemon Green sprites, which if you guys know anything about that, you never got to see those if you're American, unless you got it imported and playing in Japanese. So I got a couple of Super Nintendo, and then I was also a big fan of PlayStation 1, so these are a lot of my favorite games that I would play when I was a kid. And all of these play perfectly. They all play just fine. I guess I can showcase one of them. Let's see. Let's do something easy to see. Yeah, let's try Boost Fury. Okay. And you just hit run. Yeah, I really liked this one when I was growing up. I had a lot of fun times with this one. And it's RetroArch. So if you guys are familiar with RetroArch, you'll know what you're getting into. It's just the exact same on the Vita. Yep. Everything runs at full speed. Like I said, I got my phone in my hand, so I'm not going to be doing too much gameplay here. But yeah, I mapped the circle button to the A button and the X button to the B, so it's a similar layout to the Game Boy. And all I have to do to get out of the menu is press both the triggers at the same time. And I just go down to close content. It's RetroArch, so it's highly customizable however you want to do it. So I'm going to back out of RetroArch now. You guys get the idea. And it's all wireless, obviously. I can add games wirelessly. Okay. And I've also got Adrenalin, which is really cool because it basically turns your Vita into a PSP. The interface and everything. And also gives you access to be able to play other emulators. Like I think there's a Nintendo 64 emulator that works best through the Adrenalin application. So, and I've got a couple of PlayStation 1 games on here, but I mostly play PSP games on here. So I got some PSP games, some of my favorites, and a couple PS1, a couple arcade classics. So that's also an option. And like I said, this is a full-on PSP interface. So even the sounds, everything. This, as far as my system is concerned, it thinks it's a PSP. Okay, gonna back out of that now. And like I said, I have a custom theme on here. I can get any Vita game that I want for free using Homebrew. You know, so there's plenty of videos online on how to do that. But if you guys were having reservations about hacking your PlayStation Vita and you're not getting any use out of it otherwise, I'd say, man, just go ahead and do it. Just go ahead and do it, because now my Vita finally gets some life. It finally gets to be played a little bit, which before it was just sitting around collecting dust. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. All right, later.